Greetings, class. My name is Mir Alikhan, and in this presentation video, I would like to present to you about my research paper, which is titled The Effects of iPads on Student Success. Um, my presentation will be divided in two parts. First part being, I will talk about the research that I've done in this course, EDFR 6300. And my second part of this presentation will be about the experience and the learnings that took place because of this EDFR 6300. With that, let me begin talking about my project. I picked this title because this is one of my very close to heart interest about the iPad use and the new trend of touch technology and the tablet at the school districts that at the rate that they have adapted so far. And I call me old school, but I am a firm believer that just because we bring technology to the learner doesn't make the learning actually happen or enhances the learning in all situations. Sometimes it actually counters that. Let me start with my abstract. iPad integration is one of the most talked about educational move of the current day. We always hear about in the national news headlines that refers that to the districts spending millions of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, towards the technology and the use of iPads in the classrooms. But however, my positioning on this is on I'm challenging that view basically in my research paper. Basically, I'm saying that the positive effects of integrating these devices are long from to be proven. Basically, in comparison to laptops, which has a major contribution to the learning, not only just the technology, especially now we have the laptops with the touch screens. So and also the students learning and the writing skills can be improved using the laptops versus the iPad. That's basically my abstract for methodology of my research in this research methodology, a review of research method design, appropriateness, and population will be discussed. The purpose of this research is to conduct whether or not the addition of tablet or iPad computing devices, especially iPads, have had a measurable impact on learning of the end user. Whenever it comes to money, it is important because to draw black and white because it's taxpayers' money that we're talking about, and once this money is spent by the school district, it will be hard to retain it back or correct the issue if you've gone in the wrong direction. So that's basically what we're talking about under the research method and design. It is a very much a quantitative research versus also some of it is qualitative when we collect data from the students about their learning and their understanding at a level one and level two. It will be qualitative, but overall, the research methodology that I have used here is a quantitative research, a correlational research approach will be used for this. And the reason for that is because we are looking at a product that's been used by people and we're seeing the outcome from it. That will allow me to segue right into the data analysis. As previously discussed, a person R will be used to measure the degree of correlation between the three major variables. Once calculated, the three different schools will compare to each other, and a percentage of increase or decrease will be calculated between A, 15% or higher increase from the baseline. Basically, we have a baseline and also we will do a controlled group comparison for this. And in summary, through this process, the research method of a qualitative study was chosen, okay, using correlational research, as I have mentioned before. The intent of is to find the link between the iPads and the student success, if it exists, okay, in order to properly motivate a district to spend monies on technology. The student will provide the district with correct numerical data to support its findings. Basically, we're relying heavily on students' feedback to find out if this was worth going with the iPads or was it worth sticking with the Chromebooks or the laptops in this instance. Through the use of surveys, that will allow us to do numerical status collection. Basically, it will allow us to collect data in the form of sequential or a professional manner, even though we're dealing with somewhere between 16 years of age to 18 years of age. So that will allow us to do that. That's why we're using a bunch of surveys, and which I will share with you. And at the same time, while many variables will need to be suppressed, such as top tier versus low tier students and previous technology knowledge, and the random sampling that the school districts should help mitigate the effects of these variables. With that, here are a bunch of references that I have looked at from various sources, and I have talked about this in the paper as well. And lastly, I would want to show the appendices, the letter of authorization to conduct research to the principal and the school, and also to the end users, which is the students that will be collecting and providing us data on this research. With this, I will conclude with talking about a little bit about the consent form that I will be sharing with the end users. These are high school students, so they need to know the purpose of the study and the reason, how long they'll be participating in, what is the benefit for them and versus the school districts and us. Myself as a researcher, of course, we will have to disclose to them that this is voluntary participation. They're not mandated. That's why we're using random, selection from the registrar's office. With this, I'd like to end my research presentation and talk a little bit about my learning in this course. As you can see, this research paper did not come about overnight, and I have learned a lot more than what I knew when I first began my course EDFR 6300. This has actually enhanced my understanding of research, and also now because of this, it will actually have a positive impact at my work. Now I'll be able to put together reports based on research that I will conduct. Either it may be, whatever methodology I may have to use depending on the research that I have to conduct. And not only that, of this course and the learning and the exposure that I got through my professor's knowledge and his support, and I will definitely move on and get my Doctor of Education or PhD degree. With that, I will end my presentation, and I hope every one of you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed this course. Of course, it was not easy. It was pretty rigorous and intense, and I will definitely rate this course very high on a scale of 1 to 10. I would rate it 9.5. That have been because of my shortcomings and my understandings, the lack of understandings. Thank you so much to my professors and my fellow classmates. I've learned a lot from this course. Thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you and in another course at UTRGV.